Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. Hold on. Get it together. Get it together, fella. There we go. What up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. Do got a few guests that's going to come through here today. Fighter making his pro debut out in Cincinnati. Should be coming through here pretty soon. But in the meantime, between time, we're gonna get into some boxing news and announcements and things like that. But before we get started, first shout out to the Black Eye Media Room. Not in studio today, but that is a studio that we use, Black Eye Media. Shout out to my guys over at TST Logistics, Fierce Financial Group. All merch provided by Southern Maryland LLC. What up with y'all? We got a lot of stuff going on. Been on some field trips. You know what I mean? As I see my guys coming in, I see them coming in. I'm about to bring a few people up on here, but by way of announcements, we got a lot of hot interviews in the pipeline coming up. Possibility. We're in contact with us. They contacted us. So we got, last week, Leonard Ellaby sent me a tweet. I responded to it. We spoke since then. So coming soon, Leonard Ellaby will be on Let's Talk Sports, y'all. We'll let y'all know when the exact date is. You know what I mean? Got some things going on. So I'm gonna bring up my fellas, Basement Boxing and Brandon Conti in the room right now, and we're gonna just chop it up about some boxing topics while we wait. Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
What up, Brandon? You're loud and clear.
Hey,
Basement
AKA.
Boxing Stock, we hear you loud and clear.
What's good?
What's up? As we await brother Lavars, we got a few things we can get into last night. Now, first of all, we're gonna get into a few things that I'm pretty sure the boxing world is talking about from this weekend. We're gonna start with Edgar Belanga. Is it hype? Is it over? Is it trouble in paradise? What y'all see and what you think of Mr. Edgar Belanga right now in his performance versus Steve Rolls?
I mean, excuse me. I mean, honestly, to me, I don't know what their plans are, but if their plans are for him to be a champion, to be a threat at 168, then he's going to have to he's gonna have to make some changes and go get. I don't want to say a new trainer or what it will be, but there's got to be some changes made. That's without question.
I mean, what you think, basement? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. My expectation is we first of all shout out the boxing to DC. It won't let me. It say it won't let them join for some reason. Lavars said it won't let him join. Shout out to boxing to DC. What up, boxing knowledge? What up, everybody over there? As we try to work out the kinks to get brother Lavar in. Brandon, I mean basement. You wanna hit him up to see what the issue is? Because he said somebody won't let him join, and I don't see him in the backstage area nowhere. You know what I mean?
I'll do it real quick. Y'all go ahead and keep it going. I'll hop back on here in 1 second.
All right. Now, my thing on Edgar Berlanger is and those in the comment section. Those in the comment section tell us, let me know what y'all think of Edgar Berlanger performance this weekend and what should he do next, man. Me personally, hype. It's all hype. That's all it is. It's all hype. Like, listen, here's my thing. I don't know what I was expecting to watch this weekend. I just knew he was getting back in the ring. He looked shaky in his last couple performances. And the thing is this, he was like when the pandemic hit, he was the hottest thing smoking. No question. He was the hottest thing smoking. They was talking about him possibly fighting Canelo. This is where they said this guy was at. Then we put you in the ring with a couple mid-tiers, and this is the result we got. Me personally, I don't know. How did the hype get here? I get it was a bunch of first round knockouts, but how did the hype get here? You know what I mean? Was it the pandemic, or was we that eager to have somebody with a buzz? You know what I'm saying?
The hype came because they put him in front of a lot of low level fighters, bro, and he was knocking them out. You
I
feel me?
mean,
He was knocking them out. He was knocking them out in the first round, and that's where the hype came from, bro. So now you get a guy in there with roll, and some people had roll winning that fight.
all right, real quick, man. Coming to the stage or here in Let's Talk Sports, where we got the brother got his upcoming pro debut, Mr. Lavars Carter. How you doing today, sir? You on mute. You muted.
Okay, you hear me?
Yeah, there we go. Now we can hear you. How you doing today, sir?
What's up? Yeah, what's up? I had a little technical difficulties. My bad.
It happens. It happens though, man. But while we got you here, man, you got your debut coming up soon. How you feel about all that?
Yeah, I feel good for real. Shoot, been working. You know what I'm saying? Me and my team been working, putting a lot of work. Shoot, I'm just ready to show everybody that I'm back and shoot, I'm just ready to show my talent and get all them belts and stuff.
All right, before we get to that, let's go back for a little bit. When did you first realize that boxing was gonna be for you? Like this is your thing, this is your passion. When did you first realize you wanted to be in the boxing?
Oh, I've been had them hands. I've been had them hands since I was little. But it's like, when I started boxing, I went undefeated. Like, and then but I loved it though. I went undefeated. I went like 20-0 before I took my first loss. That's when I knew like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Like
You was
that's
20
when
and
I
0 as an amateur?
yeah, as an amateur. Before I took my
Okay.
first loss, I went 20-0. Like straight when I first started, I went 20-0. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. Like I liked it. Like I liked it, the atmosphere. I liked it, the vibe. I liked it, the gym. Like I just liked it, the love. Like I liked everything about it.
And which fighters did you look up to as you grew up? Like, is there certain fighters you used to watch on tape, or is fighters that's out there now that you look up to? Who and like what fighters inspire you?
Um, Earl Spence. It was AB. Like then when I was younger, it was Spence, AB, Robert Easter, Rashi Warren. Um, I could say a few more names, like guys like that.
Okay, okay. You like okay, so You say you want all the guys, you want all the champions. Now, it like as you grow in your career, is it a dream fight? You wish like this one fighter, no matter what, you wish you could get in the ring with?
Um, just one fighter. Shoot, yeah, it's a lot of fighters. Before I want to get in there with everybody. Terrence, Earl, Tank. I want to get in there with everybody before they leave. All the greats. I really want that legendary status. I just want to shoot. It's the game. It's boxing.
Okay. So what your regimen look like right now, man? You say you got a fight coming up on April 16th. You already ready, or you still need to get do more to get yourself in shape for the fight?
I'm saying we just lining up. We ready for real, but we just I'm saying pulling everything together for real, like just sharpening everything up, going over everything, really making sure everything good. But we ready to go for real.
Have you had it like how extent of an amateur career did you have? You had a lot of amateur fights, or just like
Yeah,
about how many amateur fights
yes.
did you have?
At least like 70 to 80 amateur fights.
Ooh, that's a good amount. That's a good amount.
Yeah,
And then
I actually fought in Olympic trials.
okay. In those amateur fights in the Olympic trials, was there any notables that anybody that's notable that you got in there with already, or sparred or anything like that?
Um, nah, I ain't spar. I ain't spar none of the guys that I usually fought. Like
Okay.
the only person that I sparred that I fought was Otha Jones. Like him, he was one of the decorated talents from Toledo, Ohio. That's the only one that I sparred with and that I actually fought. But everybody else, like, nah, we just fought. Uh, other guys.
So what should we look for from you, man, in this daily debut on April the 16th? Fireworks? What should we expect when we see you in the
Oh
ring?
yeah, it's gonna be a light show. I mean, it's going down. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna be something you don't want to miss. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, I'm ready. I'm just ready for the day for real. Like it's gonna be on. It's gonna be a show. I'm gonna get the people what they want to see.
So
That's all I can really
tell
say. And to that day, that's all I can really say. To that day.
Brandon, you got any questions for Mr. Lavars, man, as he approaches fight on April 16th? It's going down in Cincinnati, right?
Kentucky.
No, it's gonna be in Covington, Kentucky on the 16th. So I mean I don't have any questions for him. I've talked to him plenty of times. He's gonna be ready for it. I just want to say um, that it's amazing to see this kind of talent that's ready to make their debut, get their career going, and I look forward to just a ride and being here with them on it. Um, Other than that, I don't have much else to say.
All right, Mr. Lavars, tell everybody the date, where the fight is going to be at, and is there any kind of way for us to stream it or any kind of way so we can be able to check out your daily debut?
Yeah, April 16th, Covington, Kentucky. Um, yeah, April 16th, Covington, Kentucky. And I should be live. Shoot, stay updated on all social medias.
Yeah.
Shoot, basement boxing. Um,
You can order it on combatsportsnow.com. It'll be streamed there
oh
for
yeah, yeah.
pay-per-view as
It's
well.
All
streaming
right, there
too.
we
It'll
go.
be streamed too.
So we're going to plug that right now. So it's going down in Covington, Kentucky, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Wyatt
Going down
Promotions, New Era Boxing.
one more time. Bring that back. Bring that
It,
back.
it's going to be on Wyatt Promotions, New Era Boxing, April 16th, Covington, Kentucky. If you want to get tickets, you can hit up Basement Boxing. You can hit up Lavars Carter on social media if you're in the area to get tickets. If you can't get tickets, follow it on combatsportsnow.com, April 16th on pay-per-view for $19.99 for the whole entire card.
There it is. There it is. Now, why I got you here? When you not in the ring and when you not fighting, what fighters do you like to watch?
Uh, I like to watch Terrence, Spence, Crawford, Mike Tyson. Sugar Ray.
Leonard?
Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard. Uh, it's a lot of people. Then
So
it's
you
a
like
lot
to
of people.
study the older fighters as well.
Yeah, then it's a lot of people. My coach will send me their name and stuff, and just tell me like, check this guy out. Like,
And
saying,
when you study them in the lab, what you looking for?
sure. I'm looking for really what they capitalizing off of, or you know what I'm saying, just little stuff like it be the little stuff for real, like basically the setups and all the good stuff like that. Like I just want everything in. I don't know how every fight. I guess every fighter take everything in different. Like I look for different stuff like that. I don't know, but I know I learned a lot though. I learned a lot watching them guys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always good to go in the lab and check out the older guys, check out their footwork, they approach to the game. You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah,
What it took for them to get to where they was at, you know what I mean? Because that always plays a part in when you walk the walk of your career. Anything you want to add in there, Mr. Brother Basement Boxer Talk?
I done talked to Lavars plenty of times, but champ, you fighting at tell the world what weight class you fighting at?
am I on?
Yeah, you on?
Yeah, here we go. Champ,
You can't hear.
I
can you
You
hear
can't
us,
can't.
hear
Lars?
nobody.
He said you can't hear none of us.
You can't hear none of us?
All righty.
Yeah.
He might need to go out,
I
come
can't
back in.
hear. I can't hear nobody.
You might need to go out, come
He
back
gonna
in.
come back in.
Dang, my bad, y'all. I can't.
It's all good. It's all good. Everybody relax. We're gonna have a great day today. It's all good. Just come back in. It's all good. It's all good. Got brother Lavars Carter in the building right now, April 16th,
Okay.
Covington, Kentucky, going down. You know what I mean? So that's what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Give me the plug one more time. Give me the plug one more time, Brandon. Why? I don't want to say it wrong. Give me the plugs.
No, it's Wyatt Promotions, owned by Randall Wyatt in Cincinnati, Ohio. He's going to be in Covington, Kentucky, which, from what Basement tells me, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from Cincinnati. So you can get tickets from him or Lavars for the show. Definitely would appreciate it. Or you can catch it on pay-per-view at Combat Sports Now. It's going to be a New Era boxing card, April 16th, Covington, Kentucky.
It's gonna
Sir.
be a show. It's going down.
So while we got you here,
Champ, can you
man,
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
is something you want to
Now I
ask him?
asked you a question. I said, so what was the question?
You sound like you in the Matrix.
Question I asked him.
You in the Matrix.
Might be,
You in the
bro.
you in the
Okay.
Matrix.
you. G,
Yeah.
the
You
mic
in the
messing up.
you in the Matrix, my brother. You in the Matrix.
It might be right on area.
Might be where you at. Might be where you at. But when Tell Basement get himself together, man, we're gonna tap it. Did you watch any of these fights this weekend?
Yeah, I watched a few fights. I watched the Bruce Carrington. I watched uh it was some other guys too. I watched the Cobb dude. And there was another fight. It was one more fight. I really didn't watch that many. I watched a couple of them for real. I watched a couple of them.
What'd you think of Carrington and what happened to Blair? Let's start with Carrington. I mean, a lot of people like what they see from him and they think he got a bright future in
Yeah,
sport of
he
boxing.
he did his thing actually. Like we was in the amateurs together and stuff like that. Like I don't really know him like that, but you know what I'm saying? We was out in the amateurs and I feel like he doing his thing though, like and he really showed that he got power and you know what I'm saying? He can be explosive.
Who's that
And
one?
I
Yo,
like
Apostle, what's good,
how
Apostle?
everything came together in his arsenal too. Like I just like that.
What
What's the
up,
word?
Flat?
What's the word?
What up, Flat? We got my brother Lavars Carter. He got a upper. He has a pro debut coming up April 16th. Anything you like to share with the young fighter? You know that's up and coming. That's about to get into the sport of boxing in their first fight.
Where you from, bro?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, it's a lot of great fighters from out there, man.
Yeah, appreciate
What
it.
what what gym you come from out there?
I'm training at downtown gym down there with Coach Mike and them.
Oh, all right. So yeah, I know I've been around a lot of them. Coach Mike, AB, uh what's my man name? Rashid Warren.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've been around a lot of them. They came out here because I live in Miami now. I'm from Brooklyn, but I live in Miami. So they came out here for AB last fight, and they did the camp out here. GT is my man too. You know GT,
Nah, I
Gerald
think I follow
Tucker.
him on Instagram. I think though.
Yeah, GT is my guy too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. What kind of amateur experience you had?
I got a lot of amateur experience. I went to the Olympic trials. I made it to the Olympic trials.
All right.
Yeah,
Well wait.
152.
152. All right.
Yeah, 152. I was one of the top dogs in 152 and 141 before I left 141.
Okay. That's what's up, man. I'm gonna start following your career, bro. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. My name David Flash Sparks. So if you see me, I'm gonna give you a follow. But as
Okay,
far
I'll
as
follow you back.
no doubt, bro. As far as advice though, the best thing I
Yeah.
could tell you is the best thing I could tell you about professional ranks, because I had a big amateur career, you know what I'm saying, and I turned pro, but what happened to me, uh I signed bad contracts, bro. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So that's what I always tell the young up and coming fighters is yo, watch out for them contracts, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once you sign that contract, you basically signing your life over.
Yeah. You win it, y'all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So once you sign on that dotted line, they really have control over your career, your finances, you know what I mean, your moves, everything. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So always get like a lawyer or something to help you read it out, or somebody that know how to read the contracts. Cause you know, coming from like I said, I'm from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? And you know,
Uh
just
huh.
like Cincinnati
Yeah,
is
I can
tough.
tell the accent too.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. So you know it's tough. It's tough coming from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you be so eager to make it out, you sign any contract. Like that's what I
Mhm.
did. I soon it every contract I got, bro, I never read it. None of that shit, bro. I just signed that shit. I need
Oh
money.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I need the money. I'm trying to get out the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Sign
already
my
know how
name.
that is.
Yeah, bro. So that's why I tell the young fighters is always be careful what you sign, bro. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah, I definitely look over the contract. Got people looking over the contract, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Definitely on that.
Yeah, always stay on top of that, bro. But yeah, that's my best advice I could give to an up and coming fighter. And like I said, I'm gonna follow your career, bro.
Appreciate it, love.
No
Hey,
doubt, my boy.
Flat. You say
What's up?
you in Miami now?
Yeah, I'm in Miami. Yup, yup.
I be careful what you say about the DMV. The DMV down in Miami deep this week. They down there deep.
Yo,
Oh, and
you
listen,
know,
listen, and listen. All the Russell brothers are in Miami right now. All of them in Miami right now. You know what I'm saying?
tell him pull up to the gym
All right, I'm
so
gonna
I
send.
could
I'm gonna
teach him,
send
so
them
I
a
could give
DM.
him some boxing lessons.
Hey, somebody, my brother came in and said that was some good sound advice from you, Flat. That's
Oh
what's
yeah,
up,
no
man.
doubt.
Yeah, it
Oh yeah,
was.
oh yeah. We listen. Why I got you all here, right? We did a film study last night, which we do every Sunday now. We do film study. So
Mm.
last night's film study was Sean Porter versus.
Static.
Is that my static?
I don't know.
Two,
I think so. Yeah.
two. I don't know where that's coming from. Let me see something. Y'all hear me now? Y'all can hear me clear?
We hear you. I hear you, but it's still a little static. I don't know where it's coming from.
I think it's everybody now.
Two. I don't know. I sound like that's where it's coming through somebody's airway. Let me hear something. Is it still there?
Nah, it's gone now.
No, it might have been on Lavars end maybe, but I don't hear when he got off.
All right. So we did a film study last night of the Sean Porter Terrence Crawford fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it got a little spicy. But
What was being said?
I mean, first it was like we went through the actual knockdowns and knockouts to see how legit they was, could he continue and all of that. But all I was trying to say to people like this from from what I'm seeing, I'm not taking nothing from Bud Crawford. I'm a Bud Crawford fan, love him to death. But from what I'm seeing, I don't see where the big threat towards Earl is. That's just me.
I tried to say that. They said I was bugging. Because to me, he was losing that fight. In my opinion, my humble opinion. Sean Porter was winning.
It could win. It could. I can see people arguing either way, 5-4, either way. But what I'm saying is it was a much closer fight than people anticipated.
My question is, how do y'all judge it? How do y'all judge a fight? This is something that gotta be discussed, bro. How do people judge a fight, bro? Do we go by who landed cleaner punches? Who controlled the action? What do we go by?
Clean, effective punches, impact of the punches, and who's really dictating the dance of the who's really dictating the fight. You know what I mean? Like okay, it's one thing to make a fight that they're not used to fighting or making a fight or be uncomfortable, whatever. But you also gotta be effective. You know what I mean? You just can't make him do something different and you're not landing. You understand what I'm saying?
So if you controlling the tempo of the fight, but you getting beat on punch stats, are you winning or are you losing?
And then that comes down to, okay, if the other person is outlanding you, are your punches more impactful than what he's throwing to you? You know what I mean? If it's not, then you just got to go whoever landing the most. But if this, like, say this person throwing a bunch of jabs, and then this person lands one punch and knocks him halfway across the ring, of course that punch that landed, that knocked the man across the ring carries more weight.
Nah, that's bad, bro.
How?
That's bad, bro.
Hold on, flat.
Bad, bro.
So what I'm saying is, so me and you, we're in the ring. You shoot nothing but jabs, but I hit you with a boom.
I hit you with 15 jabs.
That's different. I didn't say 15. I'm not saying 15-1. We're not saying stop trying to fix the fight. I'm not talking about 15 jabs to 1, but you just can't be sitting there flicking.
Call your pop.
You still there?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh man.
Yo, say something, Possum.
Two.
I'm gonna jump right back on, Possum. Give me 1 second.
You good? What up, y'all?
Yeah, I'm still here. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You know, I can hear you, man. We're going to keep it moving. Y'all. Listen, from this point, go ahead. What you got something you want to say?
Oh, I mean, all that I was gonna say is I think if how you're gonna judge it is you got to have like some uniform way for everybody to say, look, you got to look at it this way, because some people are gonna judge it and say, well, like for example, if I hit you 15 times, but 10 of those times were to your shoulders and chest, but you hit me one good time in the head, snap my head back, they may look at that and say that matters more. So I think it's hard to judge a fight if you don't say, look, you gotta judge it purely off of these things.
I think see that comes into play. Like, okay, say this, right? What round are we in? What round are we in? Like. See what I'm saying is, if you getting this punch, if this person is landing bombs on you, right? They swole you up, cut you up, bust you up, and the only thing you're still doing in the round 8 is just flicking the jab. Then okay, you gotta put the person that's just throwing jabs. You gotta do more because you're getting beat up. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you're doing what Melchick Taylor did, like Melchick Taylor, even though he was getting beat up against Chavez, Melchick Taylor was throwing like 15 punches. You can't take the round from him because he threw 1,100 punches. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying, but like I said, it just depends on. It really, I think it's just. I think it's hard to judge a fight because it's like because let's say for example, me and you're boxing and you hit me every time you hit me to the body 5 times, I land one shot to the head. Now, depending on how you're looking at it, you may say, "Man, no, AKN is really working this dude over because he hit him 5 times to the body." But every time I'm hitting you, I mean, it's a loud shot. It's snapping the head back. It's doing all this stuff. But I might only hit you 4 times, but you hit me 20. So I think it's hard to really be able to truly say, okay, who won that round? Because it's the volume of because it's like, okay, well, who was more effective, me or you? You hit me more, but I hurt you more. So it's hard to be able to say, hey, this guy won that round. It's a toss up in my opinion in that case.
I
Because you
mean,
have a reason to say why each one won.
all right, in this case, let's just put it out there. I mean, the fight is in the books. We know who won. It ain't no question about who won. The fight on the scorecards was a lot closer than many want to admit or anticipate. But at the same time, you know, we can debate all day whether Kenny Porter should have stopped the fight or not. We can debate that as the cow was long. The point is, if Sean wanted to, he could have continued until unless Terrence get him out of there. But we don't know that no more because Kenny took all that away from us. So whether you think whether you know what I'm saying, whether we think he should have did it or not, but it's clear to see that like that second punch that he hit him upside the head, he hit him, he struck him, he caught him pretty good. So all I'm saying is I'm just looking at the styles of the two fighters. I don't see the threat. And when I say threat, I'm not saying that he can't beat Earl Spence because he's that special. He can beat anybody you put him in the ring with. But for all those that saying like this is what Earl's scared of, I don't see anything that Earl should be afraid of, is what I'm saying. At all.
I mean, me personally, like I tell you, I don't care if they fight or not because it's not like it's not because to me it's like, look, if Spence says okay, he beats Ugas and he goes after Ortiz or Boots or Crawford, either one of those 3 fights are good fights. So I don't look at it as like Crawford or Spence being each other's kryptonite. They're both undefeated at the same weight. Other than that, I don't look at it as like, okay, this guy's a guy who can beat this guy. It's like if they fight, whoever wins or loses, I won't be surprised.
Here's the thing about both of them, and I gotta realize that now as we get in more in these boxing rooms and discussions and going on and on and on. I realize now that people hold on to these fights that don't happen. I mean, you got people that's 20, 30 years later, still talking about Sugar Ray Leonard never fought Aaron Pryor. We still got female boxers still talking about Ann Wolfe and Layla Ali never fought. So for Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, I need y'all to know this right now. If this fight doesn't happen, you're never, ever going to hit the end of it. You're going to be 50 years old. People still going to be asking you, why you didn't fight Terrence Crawford? Terrence Crawford, people, you be 50 years old. People still going to be asking you, why you never fought Earl Spence? It's never going away. Boxing fans, do not forget, it's never going away. You know what I mean? You got people that still to this day saying Marvin Hagler should have fought Mike McCallum. It never goes away. It never goes away. You know what I'm saying? So I pray that this fight happens, but I'm not saying that. I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm going to say it again. I've said it 1,000 times. December 2022, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford is going down. I think Terrence Crawford making a mistake by not fighting the fight in between. But y'all go ahead. What you got to say?
No, only thing I was gonna say is it's the people who are like upset if the fight doesn't happen and all that. It's like, I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't want to sound like I don't care, but okay, the fight doesn't happen. If you're looking at all the fights that are happening in boxing, but this one particular fight that doesn't happen is it's just break the camel's back. Then it's like I mean, you'll never be happy. Like I didn't even know Aaron Pryor and Sugar Ray Leonard didn't fight until we were on the clubhouse and someone actually said, "Yeah, they never fought him." And I'm like, I never realized that because I never thought about it because regardless of if they fight or not, I never thought less of Sugar Ray Leonard. And if somebody is saying, "Well, look, if they don't fight each other, it means something about who they are," then it's like, look, nobody can make you happy because let's be real. Let's be real. Errol Spence doesn't need Terrence Crawford to show that he's a great fighter. And Terrence Crawford doesn't need Spence to show that he's a great fighter. They're great fighters, period. It's a fight that fans want, but they don't need each other to show that they actually are good, in my opinion.
The boys in clubhouse right now. I'm about to send them some links so we can get this joint cranking.
I'm back. What's good, man? I'm back. I
What you
apologize,
back?
man. Been a long day.
So let's get back to Edgar Belanga, y'all. Let's get back to Edgar Belanga. You know,
What I mean, tell me, what do you think about him, bro? Do you
about
think?
Edgar,
Yeah,
I think he's in a world of trouble. I think he's in a world of trouble.
I
I
do
think
too.
he's in a world of trouble for
That
a
wait, that was 160 or 68?
That was 168. Listen, when they start putting you in the ring, listen to me. Somebody sought out Steve Rose. You searched the internet, you searched as far as you can go, you went all around the world and you found Steve Rose and said, this is a safe fight for my man to go out there and put on a spectacular performance. And this should be the one to get the juices flowing. We got nothing for that. You can't go life or death. Just like for instance, just like when I said about Jamal Charlo, with no disrespect to him, they can't handpick an opponent for you and you don't look spectacular. You can't do it. You just can't do that in this game. You can't do it. There's no excuse you can make. I handpicked an opponent for you to go mop the floor with and you struggle. You can't have that. Many people think Steve Rose won this fight.
You're right.
Matter of fact, I got more
Okay, so
people.
listen to this. Do you think that he was handpicked?
Of course, he was handpicked.
Okay.
Of course, bruh. Okay, Steve Rose.
So what could have been that damn, I don't even want to pronounce his name. How you pronounce his name?
Who?
The Puerto Rican. How you pronounce his name?
Belanga. Edgar Belanga.
Belanga. Yeah. So could have been just Belanga. Because listen, bro, he had 3 different people in his corner telling you 3 different things to do. That's one thing that was totally fucked up, bro. Like, who do you listen to when everybody in your corner telling you something different?
Okay, you know where that come from? That come from the following and the buzz you got from them knockouts. Because see, during the pandemic, he was the hottest thing smoking. He was the hottest thing out there.
Because he was the only thing fighting.
But still, exactly. But he fought like 4 fights during the pandemic.
Because he was the only one fighting.
But that's what I'm saying. But guess what they did though, man. I mean, this dude was on Fat Joe's show. He was on Revolt TV. He was on everything hot. He was hot. So what happens from that is when you get hot like that, you become a celebrity. So when you become a celebrity, you get to dictate like he's the star. Like no disrespect to Deontay Wilder, kind of how Deontay Wilder ran his camp. Everybody's there to do a job, but it's whatever he said goes. And I'm pretty sure Berlanga and his pops got it the same way. Look, man, you the trainer. Bubba, they didn't let Andre Rozier be the trainer he's supposed to be. He's a better trainer than that.
Right.
And if you only going to bring in people just because like you train me, but I run everything else, this is the result you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Andre Rozier should have been able to say, all right, listen, y'all, I'm training this man. Y'all be quiet. Let me run this. He couldn't do that because the man that's paying him is allowing this other stuff to go on.
Exactly.
And there's nothing he can do. And everybody will say, well, he just need to train trainers. bruh, you got to be teachable. You have to be teachable, and you have to put yourself in a position to be teached. And the response he gave at the end of the fight was it was just that Steve Rose was running.
Hey, if Steve Rose is running, why this guy Belanga why did he cut the ring off on this guy? He ran, he chased him the whole.
But that's the thing, though, Basement. Here's the thing, right? It's okay if Berlanga isn't a Hall of Famer, superstar, talented boxer. Everybody's not going to be. Everybody's not going to be the next Floyd Mayweather, the next Sugar Ray Leonard, the next Canelo. That's fine. Can you guys hear me? Or am I in the Matrix? Can you guys? So here's my thing with it. His ever since he stepped up in competition the past year, he has not looked like he is the next big thing. You know, that first fight where it went the distance, we were like, okay, he hit the guy hard and he was a little sloppy, and we kind of said, okay, it happens. Then he had another fight, and we're like, okay, kind of the same thing, you know? And now with Rolls, okay, Rolls was running the whole entire time, but he's running, it should never be a close fight. There should never be, it should be 10 rounds, 10-0 if he's doing is running. But Rolls probably won that fight if you ask some people. So at some point, you got to start saying, okay, Berlanga, maybe there's 3 people in the corner who's giving you different instructions, but that's not anybody's fault but them. There should be one trainer. You only need one person in your corner giving instructions. You got to figure that out, because at the end of the day, if he loses, you all lose, and nobody's going to make an excuse. And this is kind of where he is now. He's had 2 10 rounds and an 8 round. He's had 28 rounds of fights, the last 3 fights, and you could say he only won maybe half of those rounds at this point now, which kind of says that maybe you're not that great, and it's okay.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I hear what you're saying, Brandon, but you got to remember, we were sold that this guy, bro, they was talking about this dude possibly being a potential opponent for Canelo down the road. A potential, I mean, they zipped past all the contenders. You know what I mean? They zipped past all the contenders, Benavidez, Plant, all of them, and said, this boy right here is in line for Canelo. Now we can't even get you. Now we hoping that we can even get you in the ring to beat Gabe Rosado.
I mean, at that time, hey, you look like you might be that good. I mean, people can change their opinion after they see more results. You're not that. Here's what I would say. He's somebody that if he fought Canelo 4 years from now, when Canelo is obviously on his way out, it could be a good fight.
Man, that boy be out the
next
sport
couple
in
of years.
4 years from now, he won't be in the sport of boxing.
No, I think he'll be in the sport of boxing. But
4 years from now, he will not be. In the comment section, tell me what y'all think of Edgar Berlanga, his performance, and where he's been. 4 years from now, Edgar Berlanga won't be in the sport of boxing.
I mean, okay, he might not. I think he'll be in the boxing, but I don't think he'll have a belt. Or maybe he just will be getting those tougher fights when everybody else is kind of,
it ain't but so much high you can do. Listen. You got to put they got to put this boy in witness protection. No disrespect. If you're a Belanga fan, you're a friend of him. I listen. I thought he was a nice guy, cool guy. Nothing against this. We just talking boxing. 4 years from now, unless he fights all D-level opponents, he will not be in the sport of boxing. He will have been stopped 3 times by then. He will be stopped 3 times by then.
I mean, maybe. Like I said, to me, he's a contender. He'll be the kind of guy where he'll fight guys up and coming. Maybe he'll win a few. I don't see him winning any of the major fights, or the fights are going to matter. And I think if he doesn't do something, he's going to be that guy that everybody says he could have been this, or he could have been that, or he was just a hype job. So it's one or the other. But it doesn't look like he has a bright future the way he looked last night, the last couple of fights.
I mean, you feel me? Again, I mean, it's bad. It's bad when you see, and I'm not. It happens. It happened. The only thing like I said, I was watching the fight. Like, okay, let me just see how the kid gonna look. I'm thinking he gonna come out there and just blow through Steve Rose, because and everybody will get back on the hype train. And in my mind, be like, okay, it's cool. I know it's hype, but at least the hype is going on again, so we can get this boy get it buzzed. But now we can't get that boy in the ring with none of the top fighters at 168. We can't do that. That's robbery. Benavidez would kill that boy. Caleb Plant will chop that boy up. I mean, he can't fight no top 10 168 pounder. He can't. And that's where we at with that. You know what I mean? Like I said, Bob Burnham got an interesting choice. You know what I mean? Bob Burnham got an interesting decision to make, but hey, maybe this little victory will make them give him another step up fight, and we'll see the results. But I doubt it. I think he gonna be a witness. Go ahead.
What I think I would do with him is not put him on main event status. Actually take your time and let him go get some fights off television, or as a or as maybe a co-main event. Because I think the problem is that when you're selling a guy the way they've been selling him, you can't come up short. And I think part of the problem is you're giving us a guy that is saying he's going to be the next big thing and put him in those situations when maybe you should say, you know what, put him in just an okay fights, let him get his record up a little bit more, get some more experience. Because if you tell me his next big thing, I'm thinking Hall of Fame. I'm thinking, undisputed champion, not guy who can thump hard but really can't box that well. So maybe they need to lower the amount of spotlight they're putting them on so that we don't overthink it. Because again, let's be honest. No one said you have to make Berlinga this main event star. We never said that. That's a decision they made.
Well, Blair the Flair Cobb, he got knocked out. And that kind of, set the world in a firestorm. But, I ain't going to spend a whole lot of time on him except for the fact that he made a lot of headways this week because he was calling out Boots and Earl Spence. And, had both of them responding to him on Twitter. And then he goes out there and gets planted. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. Coach Ronald Sims in the building.
What's up, you guys? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Basement Talk? And what's up,
Coach?
AKA
What's good, Coach?
What's up?
We was just, putting the finishing touches on Belanga, and where he should go. And now we talk about Blair the Flair Cobb and his tragic loss out there this weekend. And like I said, he was doing a lot of talking as well, talking about Earl, talking about Boots. I think these cats who doing all this talking about all these other fighters, you might need to focus on the man you're about to fight.
Yeah, it seems like this is starting to become a trend. I think Chris Colbert started out. All these people talking stuff, and then they going down the drain.
And this kid, I mean, one thing for sure, he puts on a show, but even in a loss, he puts on a show. I mean, it was a spectacle. It was hair everywhere. I mean, goodness. I said, man, you kind of feel bad for the guy, man. I wanted him to win because I wanted to see him actually get in the ring with one of them, but that ship has sailed. So,
hey, did you see him shoe shine the ref when the referee stopped it?
Yeah. Hey, and then listen, the thing about these fights, y'all gotta understand, when you heckle other fighters, the internet is undefeated. He got memes everywhere. They got all kinds of like Jamel Hearn, everybody, Earl, everybody's posting about him, man. So yeah. What do you think they should do with these two guys next, man? What's next for Belanga and what's next for Blair the Flair?
Belanga, I think they should probably take Belanga and try to work with him behind closed doors rather than putting him out in public on TV or whatever. But take him behind closed doors a little bit and focus on him. Increasing his skills. And take him out the limelight for a little bit. Let him focus on his craft rather than worrying about popularity. Because if they keep him out there, he's gonna continue to disappoint and he may lose his fan base, and they definitely don't want that.
I Brandon made a statement earlier that I responded with saying that 4 years from now, I don't think Belanga gonna be in the sport of boxing.
Well, we hope for the best for all these boxers, and hopefully he has people that's going to take care of him and increase his skill level. He's a big, strong guy. He just need to be taught some things, and we just hope for the best, for him.
Ceresio, what's up, homie? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's happening? Talking about Belanga, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, man. It's just all we can do. Let's hope the best. I mean, right? But when decisions get down like that, though, that's kind of like it's always tough for the sport, man, because people look at boxing like it's kind of corrupted, and when things like that happen, it put another black eye on the sport. But at the same token, I just hope that he bettered himself, as far as his ability, so he won't have no hiccups like that no
So
more.
you think that was that was a horrific decision on against Steve Rose?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't think.
It was that bad?
Yeah, I felt it was that bad. I felt like, we do things like that normally. I would just hope that they would give a draw so we can see a rematch.
You knew better
Rose,
than that, man.
Rose deserved it.
You knew
Rose
better than
deserved
that,
that fight.
man. In New York, Puerto Rican celebration going on. He's the main event. You're not gonna get that decision, Steve Rose. You're not getting that decision. You had to almost beat the boy up to get that decision, Steve. I get what you're saying, but no. So, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help Belanga to get that victory because now he's walking around. He celebrated probably that night. Now he thinks he's a step closer to something major. And what did they do? Are they going to step him up? Probably not. He probably going to get a mid-tier, middle-of-the-road fighter or somebody that's a journeyman or something next. Probably what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I feel like he's on the building stage. Like they still building him. Keep him off TV. Then show him when he's ready.
Too late for that. You know what I'm saying? It's too late for that. Like I said, he was the hottest thing smoking during the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, he was the hottest thing going. You know what I mean? He was like the next big thing. All the rappers in New York started bigging him up. He all in the videos, all on the shows. So he's in the line already. How do you take him? Well, maybe Bob can do it. How do you take him out the limelight and protect it? Because basically what you're saying is they got to put him in witness protection.
What I would say is this: when it comes to Belanga, like I said earlier, no one asked for him to be a star. So you don't have to keep him out there on television. You can literally put him on a show that's very small, let him get a couple more fights, see how he does, maybe get his confidence and show that he has a little bit more experience or a little bit more training that's there, and then bring him back on television. Because the thing is, if you're going to put him in a position where you're making him prime time, he has that weight to show that he's prime time. And he clearly showed that maybe he's not prime time, and it's okay. Don't like kind of like basketball. maybe he's not a starter yet. Maybe you need to put him in the D League or have him come off the bench a little bit until you're ready to put him in the starting lineup.
Put him in the D League.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
He's gonna know why he's there. Everybody's gonna know why he's there. I get what you're saying. That might be the right thing to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. We all kind of know where we see him at anyway. You don't see anybody saying his last couple performances were legendary.
All right, so let's get to the nitty gritty. Cericio with Coach Ron, I got questions for y'all real quick. YouTube basement, everybody now. After last night's film study, we got our comparison, we got our notes, we got everything. Cericio, do you still stick by your prediction if Terrence Crawford fights Earl?
What say that if Crawford and Bud fight?
No, but that's the same person. If Crawford and Earl fight each other.
Yeah. if they fought each other, do I stick by my guns or what I said?
Yeah.
What was it that I said?
Refresh us.
I feel it's to me. I mean, my thing is it's a 50-50 fight. I mean, that's my take on it. I never I don't really pick a winner in that fight, so mine can be obsolete. I could be obsolete. I look at it like it's a bunch of talent. That's a bunch of talent in the fight, and I don't know who pull that fight out, man. I really don't know. Be honest with you.
Okay, so you got a 50-50. Coach, what you think, Coach?
Yeah, I gotta say that Cerizo, none of us knows who's going to win the fight until the fight is done. So I can't let you go out like that, okay? Because nobody knows until it is done. After it's done, then we know, okay? So everybody has an opinion, okay? We're looking at the bouts and looking at the skill levels. I think it's going to be a good close bout. If they were to box, but I think that EJ has a tad bit more than Crawford, and I say that because Crawford has something that can be beneficial to him, and as well as detrimental to him. Okay, and that's when he when he goes for it. Okay, a lot of people looking for him. Okay, looking at it as a positive that but he has been hit. He has been hit and caught and even went down before. Okay, whereas I think that EJ's defense is a little more compacted, and if there's a chance that if Crawford opens up, that he may get tagged a little bit, and I'm telling you, EJ doesn't hit soft at all. Neither does Crawford, but I give the edge to Spence.
So with that being said, Cericio, well, big coach broke. I'm gonna put it to you simple and plain. Coach said, Cericio, coach saying you gotta pick a side. You can't play both sides of the fence. You gotta pick a side.
I'm not really picking. It's not really playing.
Man said pick a side, man. He said we don't know who's gonna win till it's over. Pick a side. You gotta pick Bud or EJ. Pick a side.
Pick a side.
Man said pick a side.
They fought.
Pick a side, man.
Yeah. I don't know who'll win, man. I don't know, man.
Man, pick a side, man. Pick a side, bro.
Hey, AK, I understand. Look, see, Cericio might run into one of them, and they might end up, I might too, I might run into both of them too. But hey, I think that EJ is gonna, he's got the advantage.
We gotta get one of them on the
And
platform.
it's nothing against either one of them.
No, yeah, exactly.
Both of them are great fighters, and that's why everybody want to see them fight. Matter of fact, I think that's the most
Yeah, that's the fight I want
that's
to
the
see.
most wanted fight for everybody. Everybody want to see Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, Terrence Crawford. That's the fight everybody want to see.
I'm gonna give a little history, man. I find it so amazing that Bud, he fought at we fought on the same team. I was the middleweight. He was a lightweight. He moved up 132. I mean, this kid, the skills was like right there then. The way he would switch, do it all. You know what I'm saying? And he still fight the same way. But now you fast forward, he moved up in weight. I mean, now he's at 147. I mean, I'm like, and then you look at Spence. Spence was at welterweight, fighting at 152. When we was amateurs. And now, you're looking at him. He kind of went down, but he was always the bigger guy. So, I mean, it's just, and he was always skillfully good, a technician. That fight right there, man. They say a big talented guy should be able to beat the smaller guy, but I don't think Bud a small guy no more. I think Bud actually grew into that weight class now, and he's always been strong. I remember when I was a middleweight, we would wrestle, and we'd be wrestling and tussling. He was right there with me. He might have, he got me down in the pin move. Gary, hey, so funny thing is though, man, it's just that's a tough one for me to really. I don't, if I had bet money on it, I wouldn't even bet money on it. That's how serious it is between them two.
I'm gonna let Basement go, man. Basement, what you say about this thing, man? And don't say what you're gonna do out of your feelings. Pick a side and who you really want to win.
Well, I'm doing two things at one time. What did I miss?
I mean, we
pick the side on what?
Okay, we watched it. We looked at the Porter. We did the film study last night. Did that change your opinion on who you picking in the Earl Spence Crawford fight?
Oh no.
When you pick the person you pick, are you betting with your heart or your mind?
Both.
Pick one.
My mind.
Okay, pick your mind. Who your mind say wins?
Earl Spence.
Why?
Man, we talked about this plenty of times before, man. I think the Earl got something. He can dig down deep and bring out something that ain't nobody gonna be able to bring, bro. Ain't nobody gonna be able to handle.
Here's my thing. Based on what I saw last night. What I saw last night was this. What I saw last night, I saw a boxing match between Sean Porter and he boxed Sean. He stayed on the outside, he moved, he used his angles and all that. It was a boxing match. And I'm saying this, since you chose that route with Sean, I've envisioned you would choose a similar route with Earl. You know what I mean? I don't see you coming after Earl with all this reckless and abandonment and swinging for the fences like you did against the Mean Machine and some of them other. I don't see you doing that with Earl in the ring. I see you being a little bit more calculated and trying to pick your spots. And I don't see you being able to outbox Earl. So what I'm saying is comes down to, can you stop Earl? See what I'm saying? And I'm saying I don't think he can. That's what I'm saying. When it come down to strategies between one is a banger and one is a boxer, I'm gonna pick the boxer every time. Even though I think both of them got the skill set to do both, I just think that Earl's boxing skills are a little bit more cleaner than Bud's. What y'all think about that?
There's a lot of question marks in that fight. That's why we want to see it, because we never seen Spence get hurt. I never seen Spence go down. I never seen that stuff we never seen. So it's kind of hard to go against him, in a way, right? And then with Bud, when he do get hurt and have been down, he got back up and he finished. He finished guys. So it's like that fight right there is, man. It's just but it can go a few different ways.
I get you that, but right now, the eye test telling me, black and white, has shown me that somebody who don't get hit that much. So the think that somebody's gonna land that one bomb on him that's gonna get him out of there ain't happening. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't leave himself open like that. You know
But
what I'm saying?
but he throwing in combinations though. I don't know if you
Who?
noticed when the fight we seen when they told him he was down, he didn't go out though. He didn't just throw one hard shot. He was throwing combinations, and that's how he ended up getting him down the first time and the second time. It was like a multiple punches and bunches, which is kind of most fighters can move away from 1-2, but when Perry throwing 3-4 punches like that, man, it's it's a little different to get away from.
Stylistically,
Hey,
Go ahead, Ron.
I was gonna say that you know what, a lot of people are using that. Oh, they told him he was down. So, man, I didn't see no change in intensity. I think people are just using that because I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing, and I didn't see no change in intensity from the 7th round, 8th round to the 10th round. So I'm calling y'all out on that because that's not what I saw.
And that's okay because what I seen was when they said you down, he came out, he started trying to set up what happened. Like he set up what happened. Like he set it down. He said he was setting up so he can catch him on the button or hurt him, and it looked like
Listen,
that's what he was doing. Like the moment he was looking for the opportunity, and the opportunity is presenting itself a lot more than what it did in the previous rounds, like I would say. But also, with that eye, I think through that eye test of me watching, it looked like he was trying to get him out, like trying to hurt him.
Cereso.
And I didn't see that in the rounds before. Like I've seen it before like that, but it was a lot more laugh, smiling, and but it looked like when he settled down, you down.
Cereso.
Combinations, he started doing more combos.
Cereso.
Yeah.
There's certain fighters in this ring, right, that you can get in the ring with, that all it takes is that one mistake, right? You make that one mistake, and it could be your undoing. Sean Porter in that 10th round, when he first got caught, he's crouching down, he's ducking, he's doing like a bob and weave, and he's down in a downward position, and he's in the perfect place for the shot. Now he ran into the punch more than the punch hit him. You understand what I'm saying?
So we say obsolete that same thing how with Spence when Spence caught him?
No, Spence caught him with one punch.
With that hook?
Yeah.
Spence dropped him.
But listen to me.
He ducked down. He ducked. He was trying to get away. I mean, he might have put himself in the same position, and it was later in the rounds. I mean, what's something we see, right?
Yeah.
They both did the same thing, man. They both dropped Sean Porter, but one guy did something the dad stopped the fight. I mean, we know that it wasn't a knockout, but I mean, the stoppage. I mean, at the end of the day, man, them two fight, man. We just don't know how would one fare with the other, as far as taking a punch if he's going to get hit. If Spence wasn't getting hit with Crawford, how would he?
But here's the difference, though. Here's the difference when you look at two, right? Earl, this is the point I'm trying to tell the people when we look at these two pages. Look. Earl stood toe to toe with Sean the entire fight and got hit less. Than Bud, who fought at angles. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. I think the war nutrition of Porter was smart, man. Like to actually get on your legs, bounce, and box.
That's what I'm saying, though. But what I'm saying is him and Earl stood toe to toe and just rumbled, and Earl got hit less. Earl got, I mean, he hit Bud with bigger shots than he hit Earl with.
Earl hand placement is great. It's phenomenal. He catch punches and block, and it felt well for him to do so. And in that type of fight, with Sean Porter, he's gonna. You can choose to fight that way, or you can choose the way Crawford fought him was more on the outside. Catching him jumping in, and trying to come in like that. I don't. And the thing is, though, it was because of Porter's style. Porter chose to fight the way he chose to fight. He the one that pretty much carried the fight, both fights, in the way he did, because he didn't fight Spence like that.
Right. So I mean, like I said, man, it's a fight that we gotta see. We gotta find a way to get these boys on these platforms, man. We gotta top it in with them, man. We gotta chop it up with them, see where they at, man. That will really get the juice flowing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We gotta get these dudes on the platform. Somebody just came in. Oh, Brandon, Mr. Count T. Well, fellas,
You know what would
Yeah,
be
my
good
bad.
too, AK?
what?
You know what would be good, man? If we can get like a fight, like say they fought 60-40 or however, then they fight they fight 2 fights to where the winner get the 60-40 or for the next fight. You know, we got to just to make it happen, man. In order to make it happen, it's gonna take them. It's gonna
I
take them to do it.
I think we're in a good position. Like I tell everybody, please, the night of the fight, let's be in the clubhouse when Ugas fights Spence. And right after the clubhouse, after the fight over, we're gonna do a post-fight right here live on Let's Talk Sports. And I'm telling you what I'm not know. As soon as that fight over, I guarantee you're gonna hear the drum sound. He's gonna tell the man it's time. Paperwork gonna get sent. It's on December 2022. It's on. This thing on like popcorn. Bob Burnham ain't in the way no more. They'll get it done. There ain't no more excuses. You know what I'm saying? Bud said he has spoken. This is fresh out the horse's mouth. Bud said he has spoken to Earl Spence. They've talked on the telephone to one another. He just said that the other day. He said, yes. He said, me and Earl have spoke. We speak. We talk. It's going down. And Brandon, you're going to have to buy a lot of merch. You got to buy a lot of merch.
If it happens, like I said, if it happens, I'll buy the merch. But I still don't.
You're going to buy the merch. You're going to take pictures. You're going to take pictures. You're going to take pictures. And you're going to put them all on your social media platforms.
Yeah, like I said, if it happens, I'll do it. I don't see it happening this year.
You're going to take pictures. Cereso is going down.
Yes, sir.
December 2022. Book it. Just make sure we're able to get them press passes. We are on press roll for real for that fight. As a matter of fact, hey Brandon, the press passes for the press part for the tank fight ain't up yet.
Well, the tank fight is not PBC. I don't. That's Floyd Mayweather. I don't know who's handling that one.
We need that, bro. We need them contacts. We need them contacts.
Well, okay. I would say, didn't you say Ellerby had tweeted out to you or something?
Okay. This is what happened. A fella from the media group that I'm in, he tweeted Leonard Ellerby, right? And Leonard Ellerby, in fact, when he responded to the tweet, he added me because I was mentioning the tweet.
I got you.
I was mentioning the tweet that the person sent Leonard. So he responded to, and Leonard said, I need to come on Let's Talk Sports, y'all, and chop it up. He said it. He said it.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know with Floyd, I don't know who handles their media stuff.
Bro, if I could get Leonard Ellerby on here, I'm going to ask all the questions in the world. I mean, say
yeah,
less.
that's all I'm saying. Like, just
say less.
Leonard. Because I mean, if he comes,
you went out. Because we definitely going to Brooklyn, Joe. I'm going to be in Brooklyn. I probably won't be able to make it to Texas for the Earl Spence thing. But Brooklyn, I'm in the building. I'm at the Barclays Center, bro. We in the building.
are they fighting in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, baby. Barclays Center, baby. Brooklyn, May 28th. I'm in the building. Ain't no getting around here. I'm there. We are there. The DMV is taking over New York that night. That's the DMV takeover, baby. We in the building.
Okay, I don't know why I thought Tank was fighting in the West Coast. Okay.
That'll be what's up then. May 28th. Yeah.
I need them press passes, baby. I need to be there. We there. I need to be in the building for that one. I can drive up that joint too. What? Go see all my folks. What? We got a weekend
Okay.
event.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not that excited about the Rolly fight. I don't know.
It's not
It's
a
not
bad
really
fight.
impressing me.
It's not a bad fight. Not a bad fight.
Yeah, I don't look at it as like, okay, this is a fight that it means something. It's an okay fight, I guess.
It's a decent fight. It should be an action fight. Coach, Saressa, what y'all think of Rolly versus Tank? I think it's a decent fight. It ain't. It's worst fight we can watch.
Rolly versus Tank.
Right.
I mean, Rolly can punch. Rolly can punch. Rolly got to punch his chance. They both got to. I mean, but I feel like Tank a better boxer. I feel like that's when Tank gonna execute and show his boxing ability.
Man, he knocking Rolly out, man. He knocking Rolly out, man. He knocking Rolly out.
So he can Rolly out.
Hey, Ron, Coach, what you think? He knocking.
I gotta go with you, aka.
He knocking Rolly out. He going to sleep, bro.
I think he's gonna outbox him though. I think he's gonna show his tremendous boxing. He's gonna show his ability, and at some point, if he get him out of there, he get him out of there.
What's gonna make it exciting is how wild Rolly is. He's wild and crazy, but he you can see them punches coming from 6 miles away. You know what I mean? So he gonna be wild, he gonna be huffing, and everybody gonna be excited because it's gonna make it look like he's making a fight of it, but he's gonna leave one of them out there one too many times and gloom. Yeah, he's definitely going to Harlem Hospital before the night over.
Yeah, we might. Hey, it's like I say, he can punch though. We know that. So I mean, I want to see what he do.
But you see, okay, this all is he punch. He can punch. I seen 3 Rolly fights. I ain't seen nobody go down yet.
I mean, I've only seen 2 of the guys' fights, but there's nothing about him that says Tank's in trouble.
No,
right.
nothing at all.
There's nothing that says, "Oh my God, Tank, you might want to duck. You need to duck this guy because of something." It's like, okay, he's entertaining to watch, but it's not like he's anything that. I said like this: Tank beating Rolly won't raise Tank stock or or make me think any more of Tank than who he is. That's the kind of fighter Rolly is.
What Floyd and them are doing with Rolly is what they need to do with Belanga. See, I realize your ceiling is not that high, so I'm gonna give you a big fight with one of my guys, so at least I'm giving you a payday on your exit strategy because Rolly's going nowhere.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't really know. I've only seen a couple of Rolly fights, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this guy's just going to be a king of kings. It's like, okay.
The dude he fought,
if you want to sign it.
The dude he fought in the pandemic. His first fight in the pandemic, that dude beat him. They robbed this dude. They forgot the dude he fought. They robbed that dude without a gun. For his first fight in the pandemic, that boy boxed the socks off Rolling. That boy boxed the socks off Rolling. Whoever that, I forgot. I'm gonna look it up in a minute. But that boy boxed Rolling socks off. So that told you us everything we need to know. That's why people not really in awe of this fight. But I think we're gonna fry the chicken. I don't care. I'm in the building. I'm a bet now.
I think that fight we're gonna see it. I mean, Tank's special, man. Tank got some. He got some boxing ability. I think a lot of people ain't really seen like that. Like they don't give him a credit for it because he been getting guys out of there. And his last fight, he messed his hand up. I think this fight right here, he's gonna like I said, he said get him out of there. I mean,
he gonna sleep. Rolly going to sleep. Rolly is going to sleep.
But I feel before getting him out of there, I think he's gonna display a really good boxing lesson on who he got up against him. Yeah. I think there's levels to this. I think that the guy he's fighting is not. I think Rolly ain't. He's not the top top tier of Tank. Different levels.
Yeah, Rolly going to sleep, man. Rolly going night night. I'm gonna look up the dude that he fought because the dude he fought in the his first fight during the pandemic. It wasn't no people in the crowd. It was just them two in the ring. It was quiet, and that boy dust Rolly off. They robbed that boy without a gun. That boy dust Rolly off, man. Say 14 and 0, 12 knockouts. But who's this boy? The boy did it. There it is. Jackson Martinez. Jackson Marinez. Yeah. Yeah. That's him. That boy, whoever is Jackson Marinez, that boy pieced him up.
When is that fight though? When Rolly and Tank fight? What's the date?
May 28th.
Mm.
Dang. All right, no wonder we didn't hear nothing from him. The boy fought after he fought Rolly, he fought Richard Coleman and got knocked out. Okay. All right.
Richard Coleman, that's Africa, right? They call Africa?
Nah, that's Richard Hitchens.
Okay, Richard. Okay.
Richard Coleman is Lomachenko's last opponent.
Okay. He's out of New York as well, but he trains with Rozier, right?
Who, Richard Coleman?
Richard Coleman. He's out of Brooklyn, right? He trains out of New York.
That boy from Ghana. He trained out. Yeah, he do train in the Bronx.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He just fought Lomachenko.
Yeah. Yo, Andre is his trainer. I seen him fight.
So yeah, that's what happened to the dude there. But that dude that got knocked out by Richard Coleman, he beat Rolly. And that first fight in that pandemic, he beat Rolly. No question about it. No question about it. He got Rolly. He beat that boy's piece Rolly up every which way you can.
But they called the fight a draw. They gave it to Rolly.
They gave it to Rolly. The boy was heartbroken, crying in the ring. I hate saying that. Listen, everybody, a lot of people don't get it. You know, they make fun of fights when they see certain fighters fighting after those decisions. But I get it though, man. You put your heart and soul into something, and you do what you got to do, and then they do that to you, man. That was a robbery.
Yeah, it's not good when they do that. You know, politics, business, and boxing, it's bad when it's bad. You know. Because you mess people's livelihood, careers, and you know that's never right. It hurts. It hurts the sport. Every bad decision hurts the sport.
I agree.
I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why you see guys not wanting to be B-side coming up, because they know that, you know, if they're the B-side, it's a good chance they're going to get screwed out of a fight. They can win it.
Who
don't want screwed out?
Who don't want to be B-side?
No, a lot of guys don't want to be B-side coming up because, you know, B-side is the one who gets paid. A-side is the one who's paying. And a lot of times when they know you're in that blue corner, those judges are not on your side. And they're like, look, it's like basically you're going to need if you knock him out, it might end up a draw on some of these cards.
Well,
yeah.
Well, my brothers, it's always a pleasure and an honor. But I got another event to do today. So I'm going to have to go ahead and head on, and we do this every Monday at 3 p.m. on Let's Talk Sports, y'all. We got Basement Boxing Talks up there every Saturday at 2:30. Check him out. He's on his. We got Coach Ron Sims, Dynamite trainer out there, extraordinaire, Brandon Conti. He got a fighter coming up with a fight on April 16th in Covington, Kentucky by the name of Lavars. What's his name again? Lavars Carter. I don't want to say it wrong.
If you can hear me, it's Lavars Carter.
Lavars.
But I really gotta say that Basement Boxing has really put a lot of that stuff together because I didn't know the kid. He's done all this, but he's done a lot of work for it and everything. So
I would say you can say it's my guy coming up, but a lot of this is happening only because Basement put the work in. So I gotta say, give the man his credit for that one, you know.
All right.
So thank you, Basement, if you can hear me.
I appreciate it, bro. No problem. No problem.
And my man Cereso. You know what? We gotta do an interview with Cereso, man. Former fighter, cousin of the DMV's own Gary Russell and the Russell family and all of that. And we check out all of us anytime y'all want to on the clubhouse. Sir Boxing Room, all that. You might get a whole lot, you might get more you ask for, you come in there, but you know. But all right, y'all, man. We gotta get out of here, man. Catch y'all on the next one. Basement, hang around for a minute.
Hey, thanks a
Yeah,
lot,
y'all have a
AKA.
good one.
All right, y'all. Hang around for a minute, Basement.